Hi, good evening, everyone. So here we are with our weekly class, 30 minutes to better health. The idea of this class is to give you tips, like very practical recipes and tips of things that you can do with the essential oils for a particular condition, okay? So each week we're gonna be talking about a different aspect, okay, of our health. So this week we are talking about respiratory support, okay? So just to make it clear, respiratory illnesses can be very debilitating, okay, to anyone's health, overall health. And a lot of times this can be, mistaken for other health problems because people with, serious respiratory health can have other symptoms like loss of appetite, feeling of fatigue and digestion, severe weight loss, and headaches. So the person may think, there's another issue, but in fact, it's a respiratory issue. It could be a respiratory problem. Okay, so if you have any chronic condition or persistent, it's highly recommended that you seek medical attention. Okay, but for milder conditions, okay, a lot of times natural solutions can be used, right? And including essential oils, and that's our focus today. Okay. Let's talk about our power trio. This trio is highly recommended. We have talked about it before. Lavender, lemon, and peppermint are three amazing oils. The combination of these three oils are amazing for respiratory allergies. Okay, so either topically in a diffuser, aromatically, or internally, it can give you a lot of support on that end. Okay, so internally, if as a preventive measure, you can take this every day. You can take 2 drops of lavender, 2 drops of lemon, and 2 drops of peppermint with water or in an empty veggie capsule. Okay, you can take internally once a day. If you're having a respiratory, if you're in a crisis, like you're sneezing a lot, or you have a congestion because of an allergy, you can do that every 2 or 3 hours. Okay, if you're doing every 2 or 3 hours, or every hour until you feel relieved. Usually people feel relieved right away, right? But if still after you take it don't feel relieved, take 1 drop of each every hour or every 2 hours. Okay, just reduce the drops instead of 2 of each, 1 of each. Okay, and take it frequently. Another issue that's very common, and a lot of people ask, how to support people with asthma, right? Especially kids, or sometimes adults have strong issues with asthma. I highly recommend taking copaiba. Copaiba is an oil that supports so many aspects of our health, and I believe sometimes it's underused, but copaiba is an oil that can support respiratory health. So you can take copaiba every day. Copaiba is amazing for a lot of other to support a lot of other systems in our bodies. So take 1 capsule of copaiba every day, or 3 drops if you have the oil, 3 drops every day. You can use the diffuser daily, okay, with breathe, eucalyptus, peppermint, cardamom, or a combination. As a prevention, you can sleep with 1 or 2 of these oils every day. And you can also make a blend, your own blend, right? And then you can rub on your chest, neck, under the nose, on the bridge of the nose. Or you can just put a couple of drops in your hand, rub your hand and inhale. All right, from cupped hands. So choose from these oils. These are all amazing oils to support that. So breathe, eucalyptus, peppermint, Roman chamomile, lavender, and copaiba. Okay, make your own blend. I would aim for an adult. I would aim for between 20 and 30 drops in total for a 10 ml roller bottle. Something like this. And then you can use to rub around your nose, around your throat, back of neck, and your chest, okay? And then complete with coconut oil. Fill the rest with coconut oil, fractionated coconut oil. So you have your remedy, you know, ready to go, okay? Sinusitis, that's also very, very common. And for sinusitis, I feel that, you know, we have two major, you know, oils that people love and feel relieved right away. One is oregano. I don't even think I put oregano here, but oregano, inhaling like in a warm cup of water. If you put 1 drop of oregano, you can warm a little bit of water, put 1 drop of oregano and just, you know, breathe the vapor, you know, a little bit. And also Digestan is an amazing oil for, you know, sinus problems, okay? So, you know, feeling the pressure, you can rub Digestan around, you know, your forehead, over the sinus area, to feel relieved. But any of these oils should help you as well, okay? You can use it either topically or aromatically. If you go well with Digestan, as you know, 90% of the people that I know that have this type of condition, they do very well with Digestan and breathing in oregano. But basil, bergamot, clove, eucalyptus, helichrysum, lemongrass, melissa, peppermint, rosemary, Siberian fir, Digestan, and breathe are all amazing, okay? You can also make up or alternate between Digestan and breathe, put in the diffuser, sleep with this 2 or 3 of these oils and see what works for you, okay? That's the main thing, is to see what works for our bodies. That's very important. Another thing is, you know, another option is to have the hot tea, as I mentioned before. You know, warm a little bit of water in a cup, put in a cup, and put, you know, put the essential that you feel, you know, more connected to, or that you feel is gonna help you better, or try different ones until you know what your body will respond better. So cinnamon, clove, peppermint, lemon, oregano, rosemary. I like for the hot tea, I would not put more than 2. Maybe I would start 1 at a time so you can really feel how your body responds. So cinnamon, clove, peppermint, lemon, oregano. Oregano I already mentioned before for sinusitis is amazing. Rosemary, thyme, ginger, okay? So try 1 or 2 of these and see what works for you, okay? Sore throat and laryngitis, okay? Recommended recipe: add 1 drop of ginger and 3 drops of lemon to a teaspoon of honey, okay? And take it internally, okay, for laryngitis or in sore throat. Gargles work really, really well. You can mix lemon, ginger, melaleuca is another oil that's amazing for that. On guard, okay? Gargles. You can also add, you know, 1 or a combination of these oils to a warm water and drink, okay? Just be mindful of the number of drops you're gonna put in a cup, okay? So it's not very, it's something that you can drink, okay? And to soothe, don't drink very hot, just, you know, just to soothe your throat. To clear respiratory infections, you can diffuse oregano and breathe, you know, at a close range for 15 to 20 minutes. Just be careful with your eyes. Oregano can be very irritating to the skin, especially, you know, if you're receiving this mist directly, it can, you know, cause irritation. So so be mindful, make sure you close your eyes. But you can also warm a cup of water, as I mentioned before, with a couple of drops of oregano and inhale that vapor. For bronchitis specifically, so besides doing that, you know, you can use these oils that I listed here, either internally, okay, for adults or kids over 6 years old, or internally or topically, okay? So you can make your own blend. So cardamom, clove, copaiba, eucalyptus. Eucalyptus cannot be taken internally. That's the only exception in this list. But frankincense, lime, thyme, and on guard are amazing. So my preferred, what I use with my kids when they have a cold or a flu or are congested, is thyme with lime. That's a very powerful combination. Sometimes on guard as well. You can put 2-3 drops of each in a diffuser and let it run, you know, through the night to help, you know, clear up, you know, the respiratory, you know, any respiratory infections, or to prevent, you know, in case the kid is just starting to have a cold or flu. Okay. And you can also, you know, if you're making it in a roll-on, you can rub on reflex points on the feet. Okay. The reflex points for the lungs and all that. Cold, flu and cold bomb. I have shared with many of you this recipe. I love this. Was one of the miracles that I saw when I started with doTERRA. It was one of the first blends that I made, and I still stick with it. I added Melissa as a bonus. So if you have Melissa, that's an amazing antiviral oil, essential oil. Everyone should have Melissa. You should aim to have Melissa in your house. It's an expensive oil, but it's worth it. I promise. It makes a huge difference when you add Melissa to these bombs. So if you're doing a roll-on, you can put 10 drops of lemon, 8 On Guard, 8 melaleuca, 5 oregano, and 5 Melissa, okay? Fill the rest with fractionated coconut oil, rub on the bottoms of your feet and outside your throat many times as possible throughout the day. Internally, very powerful, very powerful. So you can make sure you have the vegetable capsules, the veggie capsules. In an empty veggie capsule, you're gonna put 2 drops of lemon, 2 of On Guard, 1 melaleuca, 1 oregano, and 1 Melissa. If you don't have Melissa, just put 2 drops of each for a total of 8 drops, 3 times a day. Make sure you are not taking on an empty stomach, because the oregano can be a little bit, you know, you can be a little bit irritated for your stomach. So make sure you eat before you have this, okay? Very important. But if you take 3 times a day, in 2-3 days, you're gonna be, you know, oh my God, wow. You know, it's amazing that how your body can recover so much faster from a flu when you're taking the essential oils, right? You know, just going back to the basics, the essential oils, they have the power to interact with our cells like no other medicine, right? No other synthetic medicine can penetrate the membrane of our cells. The essential oils have this power. So if you're if you're fighting a virus and you're taking essential oil, that's the best thing you can do to just get over it as quickly as possible. So very powerful, okay? And Melissa, again, super, super highly recommended as an antiviral for any viral condition infection. Cough blend or syrup, okay? So this syrup, someone in my team shared with me some time ago. I made it for my daughter. It was amazing. I have already shared with other people. Other people also had, you know, great results. So you can make this just a little bit for, you know, 1-2 days, or you can make your own syrup just to have in your cabinet for whenever you need. So you can take let's say 100 ml of honey, right? If you're taking 100 ml of honey, you see the dilution proportion you want, right? Depending if it's for a kid or for adult, but aim for around 10% dilution, okay? But let's say if you take 3 tablespoons of honey, is around what? 50 ml, okay? I would put 2 drops of melaleuca, 2 drops of lavender, 2 drops of peppermint, 2 drops of lemon. That's what I did for my daughter. And she would take every, 2 hours, but it really relieved the cough and she felt better, so very powerful. Or you can use the blend, if you have a small kid, you can do a blend, 10 drops of frankincense. That's all for a 10 ml roller bottle. Every time I talk about topical use and I'm giving a recipe, it's for a 10 ml roller bottle. So 10 drops of frankincense, 8 of breathe, 8 drops of eucalyptus, rub, around your neck, outside of your throat, chest, reflex points on your feet, amazing, amazing, okay? And lastly, that I would like to share with you is the singers and speakers voice recovery spray. A lot of times, people that talk a lot or teachers, right? That's like talking all day. Sometimes they need a pick up on their voice. And this spray I found on the book that I have, that's from the Essential Life book. Actually, most of this information is from the Essential Life book, okay? Most of the recipes here. So in a 15 ml glass spray bottle, okay, you're gonna add 8 drops of lemon, 8 drops of On Guard, 4 peppermint, 2 myrrh, 1 oregano, and 1 clove, okay? You add distilled water, and you know you have to shake before you use, right? Because the water doesn't mix with the oil. So if you're just standing there, you need to shake before you, every time you use. Shake well and spray on the back of your throat frequently, every 20 minutes if it's needed, until you recover your voice and you feel better, okay? So that's something that everyone that you know, speaks or teachers or singers can have handy, ready, okay? So, you know, the idea of these classes is to give, like, you know, very quick tips and recipes. So hopefully this helped you guys to, you know, to learn a little bit more about how to use your oils, and, you know, heard maybe about 1 or 2 new oils. But it's also always good to, you know, to get a refresh on the uses of the oil. Sometimes it takes some time for us to relate one oil to one certain use, okay? So let me see, if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat, or you can just unmute yourself and ask the question. I'm gonna stay here a minute, or if you have any questions, let me see. Okay, all right. So thank you very much, everyone, and see you all next week. Next week, the topic will be weight loss. So I'm very looking forward to that, to sharing, you know, all I can on that topic with you. Have a great week. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.